Hello and welcome. My name is Jason. The channel is It's Probably Okay. You can follow me on Twitch and Twitter at It's Probably Okay, shockingly enough. And we are here to play Demigods. It is episode 14 of Demigods Media Storm. It is our finale. We're very excited to see how this turns out because we've just portaled back to the cemetery but couldn't see exactly where the portal went, and it's fine and not weird at all, and everything's fine. Speaking of portalers, everyone's in the wrong place. Good job, me. I mean, my picture was in the right place.
That's really all that matters.
Which, okay, easily fixed. Speaking of portalers, Joey, who are you? How did you get here?
It must be the finale because I get to go first. Hi, I'm Joey, and I am playing Lee Spencer Fitzgerald, the arcane original son of Ares, now kind of adopted by Apollo. It's confusing because I also want to... Anyway, I might have portaled the group back to our cemetery, to our home turf, so we can kick this guy in the nits, both mythologically and possibly literally. The end.
All right, Minerva.
Hi guys, I am Minerva. I am playing Rosalinda Cruz, the Elemental. She is 2/3 of the way to godhood. I don't know if I'm going to make that last third. We'll see. We'll find out. And she loves her sister lots, and she's going to protect her as much as possible. And
excellent.
Apparently kick someone in the nuts too.
That's the important bit.
It's on the list. That's Pooja.
Hi, I'm Pooja, and I'm playing Trayi, the warrior daughter of books. And yes, I'm very ready to kick someone in the nuts. Like, seriously. I mean, after sparring with a literal god.
Yeah. And Clara.
Hello, I am the caboose of the nut kicking train. I am Clara, and I'm playing Stella Hart, the Celestial Playbook, and the party oracle, I guess, is a good way to describe it. Who has, every time she tries to do something heroic, just gets royally fucked. So let's see how that goes.
All right. I love that. So the brief recap is we went to the media mountaintop / afterlife, the home of the media gods, and also where those who pass on, the studio lot in the sky, as it were, and managed to track down where Simon, a demigod of movies, had been collaborating with video games, a young minor god who is growing in strength and popularity. I mean, that's essentially the function of media power, is not whether you're good or bad, but how popular you are. And, video games is gaining a lot of popularity over the last 50 years. So that's a function of that, but probably not really on par with movies or the amount of power that books has managed to consolidate into an incredible power base. And and the celebrant of video games believes he's a lot more important than he is. Thank you. Forgotten saves in the chat. Lovely to have you here as always. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
But there was a, shall we say, kerfuffle. And
by kerfuffle, you mean Naked Lee hurting a god with his words?
Yes. Yeah, you almost killed a god. In fact, with your words, it was quite rude. And we will we'll have to see how that goes. I'm just checking some settings here. All right. Okay, so the a battle ensued on the a recreation of the set that Stella and Simon sort of grew up on together. There was a cast of kids and kind of a what was the vibe of the show again? Like an 8 is enough or a
early aughts Disney sitcom a la Hannah Montana or Wizards of Waverly Place.
Sure.
Bullshit.
But it was about having like 5 or 6 siblings living in
about 5 orphans who are adopted into a large penthouse Daddy Warbucks situation. I don't know. I made this up, and
perfect.
I think I put as much thought into it as literally any other Disney exec does. And then I broke Jason.
That's good. I like that. So on that set, there was a big fight, and it seemed like Simon was surprised to have you all track him there because he had sent an infection essentially to Trey's mentor, turned them into a werewolf that attacked you in Trey's library, which in and of itself is a pretty big media crime because he essentially attacked books, but did it via video games. So actually video games attacked books, if you want to get technically correct. As Clara likes to point out, this is the best way to be correct. So the 2 of them, you kind of caught them on the stage. They were not trying to lure you to them. Your collective tracking abilities between Stella and Lee led you to them. You kind of burst in on them in the soundstage there, and a fracas ensued. The battle took a number of twists and turns, but it mainly focused on Rosalinda and Trey just letting loose on video games after Lee softened him up a little bit. Like almost destroyed him with feelings. Then Lee faded back to start opening a portal to get them out of there. And Stella did this incredible fake out of like, come with me if you want to live. And that's Russian because the Terminator was Russian. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah. Anyway, the trick succeeded, and Stella got Simon to come with her and jump through the portal as if like, yeah, I get it. I was trying to find you. Let's go talk about this away from this whole situation, right? There was a whole lot of unsaid conversation, but she tricked him.
Definitely assumed conversation.
Yeah. I mean, there was, you basically allowed Simon, to think the things he desperately wants to be true are true, which, he's a dummy. So
A bit.
Then Trey and Rosalinda held off video games for a little bit longer while Lee stabilized the portal. Then they the 2 of you certainly put video games on the back foot. I don't think he was destroyed, right? He was just,
I think it was retreating.
yeah, he was like trying to get away, retreating, and then the rest of you jumped through the portal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And then we did not pick up, we cut with, I think, Lee being the last one out,
Mhm.
right? And into the portal.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in this moment, there is, I would say, but going through Lee's portals is probably like a flash of golden light. What other sensations are there, Lee? Is there, I mean, it's relatively brief, but is there a smell? Is there a taste in the air? Is there
Yeah, it definitely, I think before his joining with Apollo, it was a bit more fire than light, a bit more brimstone-y than floral. It's a bit more like the scent is a bit more spring-like. It's very kind of rejuvenating. It's not as, it's very kind of tranquil and relaxing as opposed to the other one, which is more fire in the hole, jumping out of an airplane situation.
Okay.
So the vibe is a lot more docile, and a lot more spring in nature.
Okay. So for the three of you who are not called Lee the Arcane, this experience goes on long enough that you may be finding yourself thinking like, this is going on a long time. We've all gone through one of Lee's portals, right?
I think so. I think everybody has.
I can't recall, but sure.
But let's say even off screen, it must have happened at some point. And it's normally essentially instantaneous, right? There's like a moment, half a breath, and then you're there. This is a situation of like, you're not suffocating, but it's also like you don't need to breathe, and you're in an in-between space. And then Lee, when you step in, you can feel kind of a tearing sensation.
Oh.
Like
kind of on me or on the portal?
Well, a little column A, a little column B. Like if you, I don't know why this is what popped in my mind, but you know those round flexible tunnels they use when they're like cordoning off a place for biohazard?
Yeah, I'm getting
right?
very ET vibes from that description.
That like ET tube. Imagine if you're walking through that and then your foot like rips the bottom of it.
Oh God.
And you're like, that's probably not good because it's supposed to stay closed. It's not literal, but it's that kind of like emotional sensation. And you briefly hear a familiar voice from your pantheon of somebody that you haven't spoken to in quite a while, but who has helped you with portaling and getting around in the past. And you hear Hermes' voice saying, I told you not to mess around with this. And then there's just this sideways, like the tunnel you're in just gets whipped around, and the five of you come tumbling out, and you're in the cemetery, and you're looking down, and the first thing that's weird is like there's no like construction damage on the mausoleum from up. You're like up on the hill looking down at it, and then you realize that's because the zombies are just now getting out of their graves. And you know that the four of you are going to be showing up at another part of the cemetery pretty soon. Like you're kind of way up on the hill and can see the mausoleum from a distance, which is where the four of you first kind of convened as a group. But something about this portal looped back onto something that it needed to for whatever reason. Also, it's a 7 and 9, and I can do what I want. But the five of you tumble out onto the grounds of the cemetery, which was, I believe, a like zombie movie night or something, right? Like it actually was that. And I think we tumble out in a spot where we could see Simon, others like old Simon or new Simon, past Simon, but right now past Simon, but not now Simon.
God damn it.
Finishing a whole like conjuration process that he had like kind of back behind where the projectors are, and doing it like, and rise, just a whole like, he didn't need to do that. Like the spell was done. But really like striking a pose and going for it. And there on that day, a couple years ago now, you all fought a bunch of zombies and cleared the place out, but at that time had no idea why they all came up. You didn't really understand where they came from. It was just, well, we're going to protect Hollywood forever. This is a special place and we don't want it to go to hell. So we're going to fight back the zombie horde and put this magic back in the bottle and then figure out what went wrong later. But it was essentially an unsolved mystery for the four of you. Unless I've mischaracterized something. Did I misremember any of that?
I'm trying to remember if we like. I know that we as players knew that it was Simon. But I'm trying to remember if we as characters did, and the fact that I don't remember, I'm okay with us not knowing.
I think that was out of character knowledge that you eventually learned. Like, this isn't the first time you're now learning this, but on that day, you all didn't know.
Okay.
This was some sort of attack.
I think we knew that it was like a Child of Movies that had done it because we got blamed, and it was one of Movies people. We were like, what really? But we did not know who.
Right.
Exactly.
So, as the five of you tumble out of this portal that then like just shimmers and falls apart, you can see the other Simon, as you're all, so I'm going to impose a moment of like disorientation on the five of you. I'm including Simon in this because you just did a time travel and you're not supposed to. That's against the rules.
Not supposed to.
Well, and in that moment, you see past now Simon leave the like summoning circle and kind of like disappear into the thing, and you like lose track of him for right now. And then you are here catching your breath in the grass. The graves are just starting to unsettle. There's not like people are still watching the movie. There's none of the running and the screaming yet. It's early days. So what do you want to do? I think the now Simon is on like hands and knees looking like he's gonna barf.
Are we in the past? Like, we are for sure in the past. This isn't like a ghostly recreation of what's happened.
How do you want to find out?
I don't.
It seems like you want to pierce the veil.
I do, but I hate time travel. Yeah, let's do it.
Do you mean the player or the character?
The character at this point. I mean,
Okay.
it just, yeah, no, this isn't like a hard line thing. This is just like,
Okay, because that's, we can always adjust too if there's something like, oh, this is not going to be fun.
yeah, as a person who likes grammar, time travel hurts. Wow, I just completely forgot how to play this game on our last episode. I roll Pierce the Veil with a +1. I roll with Fate's Favor, so that's on my thingy. That is a 10 plus. What is my fucking
Like a
thing?
3 or something?
Yeah, 10 plus 3.
And
so
did you take
13.
godlike on that?
Oh God, did I?
I think you did.
I think I did. Why am I like this? Yeah, I fully min-maxed this character. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so I get that was a 13 and I have a godlike.
Yeah.
This is literally all I
so
do now.
I think the basic move says, you may ask 6 questions. Just on here, not on here, whatever. I'll do my best to answer them with the context that you have.
I'm thinking of the SNL Miss Universe skit. The "Who are we? What is this?" When and how? When are we and how did we get here? Although I know you did answer that one. Is this real life?
Is that question 1? Is this real life?
Yeah, like, is this what's happened? Are we really here? Is the first question.
You are physically existing in what you would consider the past.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 1. 2, this is a little specific, but what's more dangerous, past Simon or present Simon?
I don't know how to answer that. Or what kind of answer are you looking for from that?
If we neutralize present Simon, the Simon who came with us, if we is that the real baddie, or like we've been sent back here for, I assume, a reason?
Well, or Lee's portals are dangerous and shit happens sometimes.
That is true. I guess, yeah, question 3 was, is this fuckery
Well,
for a
hold
reason?
on. Let's make sure we go through. So you said, is this real life? Essentially, yes. Is this Simon more or less dangerous? This Simon, like past Simon, has already done what he was gonna. Like the past has already happened, right? And now you're here, and the 4 of you must have always already been here, but the old 4 of you never saw you.
My next question is, if I change something now, is it going to change the future?
No, because you would have already changed it.
Okay,
3.
so this is a fixed timeline.
Someone get Ant-Man on the phone.
Well, it's your timeline. And so if you do something, it's what that you already did.
I get where you're going with it, so I'm gonna accept it and move on.
Okay. 4.
Is something coming after us?
The zombies. Yeah.
But not video games.
No, video games is going to go hide in a quiet, dark place for a little while.
Sounds good.
Think about their choices.
I'm running out of questions. Anyone have suggestions on question 6? Is a lot.
You can pull from the list too if there's something there that
I guess
will it be easier to defeat Simon here or in our present?
Yeah, how do we get back?
Well, if everything that's already happened has already happened, then that would suggest you can't defeat past Simon because current Simon is here, where you can't kill him, right? And then that would also change the entire trajectory of your timeline. Mm-hmm. So something would probably prevent you from doing that.
Well,
or we always did.
Or we always kicked past Simon's ass.
And
it's possible that that's why present Simon is so pissed.
But we were there to kick past Simon's ass.
We never saw past Simon.
No, you never saw him because we didn't know that this was Simon at first.
True.
You fought a lot of zombies and, did some magic to get everything calmed back down. But, yeah.
Cool. I've forgotten what number I'm on, but I'm also sort of running out of questions.
I guess give you one more. That was 5-ish.
Yeah, I guess the last one is nothing's zombies we have to destroy. We did that already, so I'm not worried about that. How do we get back? Do we get back?
Well, I mean, you were able to according to Lee, the experience that Lee has had before is that traveling forward is almost always allowed. It's traveling back that people get in trouble for.
Excellent.
So, and certainly skipping back to what would be your current, it should be even easy. Like technically Lee should be able to open a portal and do it, but would have to ask permission from travel deities. You would need to petition Hermes or someone to bridge the gap.
Yeah. And I think that having popped through the portal, Stella, my glasses have just fallen off, and you get anyone who looks at Stella, one, it's her godlike ability, so again, just looks like shit, and 2, looking at her eyes is very unsettling now.
Yeah. What did we say? They're just like star fields.
Yeah, it's like empty void.
Stars. Yeah, the void of space. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not okay.
I love that.
Yeah. Cool. Shit. Also, her nose is bleeding just a little.
I want to check in with everybody else here. Troy, what's your kind of first reaction?
Very much in a the fuck? How? Okay, guess, yeah. And I'm gonna pretty much okay, I know that we dealt with the zombies at least, but I am wondering, can I go kick his ass? like seeing past Simon and knowing that from the beginning, not only was he such a dick, but also that he's the one who got us like into this predicament where like we can never actually be free of each other, even if we wanted to be. Which honestly, like, I don't mind as much as I know Stella minds.
Yeah, that was like the least problematic thing that he caused.
But that like it's always been you, thorn in my side. And can I kick both your past ass and your future ass? And your present ass?
Can you kick his past ass so hard his future ass feels it?
Exactly. Can I give him a limp? I mean, it's not like I'm going to take him out entirely, but like, how far does this like loop go?
Now I forget, did we roughly say what playbook he would represent?
We never did.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Not that I recall.
I think I've been assuming the arcane just because he keeps doing spells.
He does do a ton of spells.
So many
Yeah.
spells.
I
and
mean, I would also maybe
movies-
the
movies
trickster.
is the arcane of the pantheon,
He has movie
Um,
magic.
but that
trickster
doesn't
would be a good
necessarily
one.
make him the arcane. I think I was roughly treating him like an artisan so far, which is also sort of magic-y oriented. He doesn't really need a hard playbook. He's an NPC. I was just for theming, and I wanted to be consistent with the character so far. But you're right. He's been doing a lot of magic, and movie magic is that part of the pantheon. So Rosalinda, what's your check-in?
Rosalinda has not put two and two together. She thinks, oh man, not another zombie invasion. Gotta get to the rec room. I was like, I'll deal with this later. We'll deal with this later. Simon's right here. Wants to take him by the ear and like start marching off to her rec room if it's still there. If it was established then. When was it created?
That came into existence because the four of you bonded here. And
We
this
don't have a
became-
rec room.
This
is
is not yet
This
your
is not
spindle.
our spindle.
So
Yeah.
Oh
no.
no.
I'm trying to find my rec room. Where's my rec room? Simon, what did you do to my rec room? Stella, where's my rec room?
Just having a meltdown.
A little bit.
Okay, and Lee, you come tumbling out last. What's your take?
Well, Lee, I think, has a handle more than anybody else on what happened. So he's going to kind of try to very much that gif from Community where he walks in with the pizza and everything's on fire. In comes Lee, seeing Stella having a meltdown moment. Trey trying to kick multiple persons' asses on multiple tenses. And Rosalinda freaking out, looking for a rec room. Lee's gonna try to. First, he's gonna curse under his breath, like it wasn't my fucking fault. I did everything right. Stupid, fucking. It's fine. It's fine. Rosalinda, your rec room doesn't exist yet. We'll figure it out. Trey, why are you looking for the Simon that out there when we have Simon at home?
The Simon we have at home. We
Double
will
the fun,
have
double the flavor.
we will have always done this. So we need to take care of the present tense problem.
I
Fuck.
got Clara to say the thing.
Yes. Like Stella's like, the zombies, weirdly, not a problem. This thing, problem. And just like points at Simon, who is getting his shit together, I assume, slowly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stella has it. Good job, Stella.
I was
Yes,
gonna
but
take him to my
we
rec
could
room.
get a 2-for-1. I mean, since we're here, we know the zombies aren't a problem because we took care of the zombies. Also, we kind of need to make sure that we don't run into our past selves.
Do we?
Here's my past selves.
If we do, we'll have always done it.
Yeah,
But
but the fact
do
that
you
we don't
remember?
remember doing it means that we didn't do it.
I had different hair then.
But it doesn't if what we change in the past will have always have happened, then I think we're okay. Our memories will just change. It's like the ley line from the big. It's like the ley line. It just will always be like that. We will have always run into our future selves.
Okay,
No
do you remember how
rules.
much
But
trouble
also
the ley
any
line
problems-
caused?
Also, any problems that we cause for our past selves will have always happened.
Yes.
And I don't really want that.
No. Okay.
Oh God,
I'm so
what if
confused.
what if this event is what caused the ley line to move?
But we know what caused Leyland.
I think we again Stella like again points to to present Simon like sitting next to her, just like bigger fish.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. Back to the first point.
You ever wake up and 4 demigods are arguing about how to kill you?
Yeah. And I think at this point, Simon gets himself together, doesn't actually barf, but he was thinking about it. And
It took a lot. I need to interject here that it took a lot for me not to kick him in the stomach. So he just got it out there. You know,
that's still
I'm
an
sure he
option.
would have felt better.
Okay. Do you need to work that in, or?
I kind of want to. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I thought
that's
about
fine.
it and I was like, I'm a better person than this, but I'm not really.
I'm all right.
That's fine. Yeah, you get a free kick. He yaks into the grass and takes an extra moment. So if you all want to have a little bit more conversation, he's just yeah.
We delay him getting up fast more. The worry is the guy who just puked, not the one who's going to puke in however long it's been since this happened.
Right.
Do we have to stay here for 2 years to catch up to our future?
No, I'm pretty sure I can get us back to our normal time and place.
Provided our normal time and place. Well, it will be there. It will be a future. It will be the future we deserve.
Ooh.
It can't be that hard.
It's not.
No,
It's
really,
just-
it can't be that hard. Like, it's a lot easier to move forward in time, especially if it's where you're supposed to be. Time kind of works to correct itself,
but
especially with
that's-
magic.
Oh God.
Lee,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you to roll Pierce the Veil.
Okay. Ooh.
And just as a recap for Herald moves, when I ask you to roll, a 6- will not be catastrophic. And I am going to use up one of the questions you get to ask.
Okay.
So.
My magic joy.
Would you count me telling Trey to beat up the Simon we have at home as chastising recklessness?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Would you?
I mean, the fact that she wants to go after the past Simon, me think no. We have Lee. Never mind.
No, I mean I'm
No. I would just mean not be able to talk. That wasn't a you thing.
okay.
Promise.
I'm open to it. I hadn't interpreted it that way the first time.
I had gone after him,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
but I don't really think like just contemplating it is reckless.
Yeah.
I feel like
That's fair.
contemplating it is totally,
Totally
fair
fair
and right in
thought.
front of me.
Yeah.
That is very true. It is the after effect of you did the stupid thing. Now I get to yell at you.
Yeah.
That
Or
makes sense.
in the middle of doing the stupid thing. Like, why did you do this thing?
We will have always done stupid things.
Come back here so I can yell at you more.
I got a 9 on the dice plus 1 is a 10.
Okay. So you'll get 3 questions, of which I'm using 1.
Uh-huh.
And one of the things that occurs to you in this, like, you're having this like reverberating extrasensory perception of, you know, where Stella can often see the future or portents or anything. I'm applying to Lee a sort of spatial awareness as opposed to temporal awareness, right? So just the way space fits together. Now, space-time is often considered one fabric, but whatever, this isn't science. That's the next door down. But Lee, you have the distinct impression that it was like when Rosalinda asked, like, oh, do we just do we have to like chill for 2 years and like hide out, or like to catch up? It occurs to you that it's very possible that the leyline snap event that is coming but will have never actually happened, it like could be a barrier between now and getting to when you're supposed to be. Like a physical barrier, because it was such fuck upness, that something like that, you don't know what would happen. Like if you just march right up to that point in time, you might get thrown back, you might get trapped, you might be obliterated because you're not in your right time. It's not really clear what would happen. But you have 2 more questions.
Oh, good. That's fine. Let's go with. Well, I mean, let's get more specific on that. What is the greatest danger with this ley line barrier that I'm sensing?
Yeah, I think if you want to focus more effort onto that, the greatest danger is becoming trapped. Because like slow timing your way through that probably won't work. Like you're gonna have to go up and over. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that was a big event in space time, and like deities have been talking about it, and it was extreme inconvenience for people who can hold multiple realities in their mind. Like it was extremely annoying. Most people just forgot that it happened. But for the 4 of you, like the potential conflicts involved, it almost certainly would not let you pass.
Okay.
Or potentially the 5 of you.
Well, fuck him. We can just leave him. Oops.
Why do I feel like that would be like a double trouble meme?
How can I get?
It would. You've seen Back to the Future.
Hold on, we've got a robot Clara here. Give that a second to clear up. Okay,
let me ask him. How can I get this barrier to let us through? Specifically, the 4 of us.
Well, if you petition a travel deity, one who hopefully already thinks favorably of you, or is interested in gaining your favor, they can probably help you skip over that. But going through is a terrible idea.
Okay. That's what I mean, just getting past the barrier. So how can I get? Okay.
Yeah, like some form of assisted portal is what you need to.
So it's not something I can sheer force of will myself up and around without dire consequences.
Probably not.
Okay.
Unless you wanted to like gain the power of all of the world's magic users and try to like funnel that into yourself, you could probably just make it unhappen. Stop the ley line from having moved in the first place.
That sounds oddly familiar. Okay. Lee's gonna keep all that under his hat for now.
Okay.
So we can focus on the task at hand, and I will figure out how to get us home after.
Okay. Oh, it looks like we have Clara back in real time.
Do we?
I think so. Okay. How much of that did you get?
All of it.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Oh, great.
Yeah, you locked up for us.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's on my end, and I don't have a good way of fixing it right now.
Oh, that's fine. We can hear you now. What was it you were wanting to say?
I forgot.
Okay.
Something. Oh, it was, have you seen, we can't leave him here because we've all seen Back to the Future too.
It's just a bad idea in general.
Not if he gets obliterated.
I mean, the first thing that would happen would be he would search out his past self, and then it would be like that whole, you know,
Gross.
two of them. Ugh.
Or like if you know what companies are going public in the next, however, like 2 years, I guess it's been.
I mean, I guess the bigger problem from the Terminator is like, do any of the attempts from the past, will they fix the future, or will everything that we attempt to make better just inevitably make it worse and bring the event horizon closer to us?
Whatever we do will have always have happened when we do it. So either our brains will acclimate to the new past, I assume. Does that make sense? I feel dumb.
No, this is not making sense at all. I'm still confused. But
Okay,
I
well,
would
let's
like-
focus on the present issue, and
Yes.
that is yeah.
Can I make handcuffs for Simon? Is it okay? It's like I want to make handcuffs for him because I don't want him to get away. He's
Yeah,
gonna
I
get
think
away.
this is a perfect
He's a
time for
screwy
Simon
guy.
to be standing up and like holding his gut and be like, Stella, what the hell? I thought we were escaping. What?
I would like to put him in a
I literally never said that. I said, let's go. And you said, okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Simon.
He looks at Rosalinda. You are not putting those on me.
I look at Stella.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'd like to advance on Simon, please.
I mean,
It's okay. It's
no
okay.
offense, full offense. I don't feel like you could, between Rosalind and Trey.
I mean, it's cute that you think you have a say in this.
Okay. Well, Simon, like, kind of looks around, like, it's pretty clear he can't really make a run for it, right? I mean, you are just out in an open cemetery, but, you know,
Luckily, the zombie uprising you caused kind of gives us some good cover.
yeah, there
People
there
are
is a
busy.
lot of that happening now. You could hear some of the first screams from the audience members, and
What were you thinking doing that?
then
First
but
off,
this is the first moment where Simon like sees Rosalinda advancing on him and like gestures, and remember, like, his suit becomes that like silver screen material.
Mhm.
And so it
Oh, damn it.
like just like changes to that, and he has just what looks like a relatively trained fighting stance. He doesn't really have a like obvious weapon or anything, but it's pretty obvious that he has some amount of armor, and looks like he's ready to fight you, Rosalinda.
I bust out the shield and the brass knuckles. It's like, okay, I'm
Okay.
gonna take you. You can do this quietly, and we can figure out what's going on, or I can knock you out and then put the stuff on you so you can stop messing with Stella.
I'm not met.
Stop messing with Stella. You're creepy. Stop being creepy.
Stalking is a crime in the mortal and the divine planes.
She's
I actually
just
feel
not
like
that
it's
into
not a
you, dude.
crime. I feel like it's not a crime on the divine planes, but that is not the point.
You
I
are
have
all
written
up
it in
my
a book,
sister's-
therefore it is true.
That
Like-
is true. Yeah, dude, you're gonna lose.
Yeah, he starts on to like I can't even like I don't want to play it in first person, but he's trying to do a like she just doesn't remember, like I have to remind her blah blah blah. I can't, like, I'm pre-X-carding
Yeah, it's
myself
gross.
because I'm like I'm okay. Well, I guess I'm veiling it, right? Like, I'm okay having the content there. I just don't want to see it up close. How's
Sure.
everybody doing with this? Because this is
We're-
worth checking in on.
Please don't play this out in first person.
No,
Yeah.
We're
yeah.
gonna
But is it okay that that's what's happening?
Mhm.
We just don't need all the gory
Absolutely.
details. Yeah. Okay.
I
of his
yeah, Stella's like,
justification
I
and
love being
bullshit.
spoken of in third person.
If no one else is gonna do it, I'm gonna punch him.
Well, I think
I-
Rosalinda
yeah.
gets first right.
No,
of
I want
refusal
Rosalind.
on
I just
that.
wasn't sure where she was in either apprehending or punching. So
Um,
He
Rosalinda,
finishes his rant and we're like, conga line? Awesome.
Rosalinda, do you want to roll smite your enemies?
I would like to first use Eye of the Storm when I'm using my element to intimidate. +1, I take +1 to sway someone, but not likely to be friends afterwards. I don't care. I just want to be.
Okay. All right. So you're threatening him to back down
Yes.
before actually attacking.
Yes.
Okay. Let's roll. Sway someone.
Right. Big check moves. I forgot. That's which is 0. Awesome. That's a 5 and a 2. That's 7 on the dice. +1, 8.
Okay. So with sway someone on a 7 to 9 with an NPC, they can do it, but they'll demand some kind of price. But let me give you a little bit of the back and forth conversation, right? Like what is it you tell him exactly?
I could beat you the shit up, or you can save your face and just take the handcuffs.
Look, you all rely on each other too much. You don't know what I'm capable of. I've had to do this by myself. He's not like throwing a punch. Like we're in 7 to 9 range of your threat and your intimidation, right? But you have to like put something out there that says he actually can't take you. You know, like.
Is this somewhere where I could help? Is aid a thing that would help?
Potentially, if you get a 10+ on provide aid, you can apply a +2, and Rosalinda's at an 8. So, but it would take a 10+ on provide aid.
Well, let's try it because I've got a tangle with her, so I've got a +1. Worse things have happened.
We can just fight him. It's all good.
Worst things happened.
I got a thread, and I got a 10 +1 is an 11.
Oh,
nice.
Sorry. I was like, man, I never get threads for doubles unless they're snake eyes. So I'm just excited.
So you're choosing they get +2 to their roll.
Yes.
All right. That puts Rosalinda at the 10. What is can you characterize Trey's backup for us?
Because you're taking the tack of like, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. I'm going to bad cop it, which is hilarious because this whole week has been my assistant at work. I mean, I feel weird calling him my assistant, but he is kind of.
If you have an assistant,
whatever.
You have an assistant.
I don't have a real assistant. I have a third person in my department, but
whom you outrank and needs to help you with things.
Yes.
Okay.
But he uses this all the time. Where like people want things, and he's like, "I'm fine with it, but you have to go explain to Pooja."
Oh.
And then people are like, "Never mind, I'm good."
Yeah, go tell mom. See what happens.
So, I feel like in the background, like I have, like my rapier is out. I was just sparring with video games, so I have taken out like a small, like buffing cloth. And very like menacingly polishing my rapier. Yes. I've cleaned this off. I have like, and then like a little bit of a stretch and a little bit of like a flourish. And just like the tiniest like piece of his hair comes off. Like you almost didn't notice. It doesn't cause any harm, except just in slow motion, you see just a lock of hair float down in front of him.
Okay. Yeah, so the two of you see his body language changes, right? He's still like kind of in a defensive posture, and is thinking about his life choices up until this point. But there's an like kind of a new expression on his face that's a little bit hard to read. If somebody wants to perform under pressure to get a read of like maybe what he's thinking about.
I can roll that, but it's a real bad roll for me.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe, I was thinking either Trey or Rosalinda, since like, they're staring him down. Rosalinda.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay, that's a 5. Okay, I squeaked through. That's a 7 total.
Okay.
Okay.
I got another thread, but I definitely don't know anything because me talking about the snake eyes brought them into existence.
Okay. All right. So then I have a 7, a 9, and a 6 minus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Rosalinda, you see his eyes dart to either side, and you realize that he's looking for an exit fast enough that you're going to be able to keep up with him, but he bolts away like somebody with divine speed, let's say. And Trey, you're so caught off guard with your very elaborate rapier maneuver that the fact that he would be bold enough to run away just catches you a little flat-footed, and he is ridiculously fast. So that's he's running for it. He's running off into the cemetery. And Rosalinda, I assume you would want to give chase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he and Rosalinda are running. What does everybody else want to do?
I mean, I wouldn't mind doing a spell about it, see if I can stop him from getting away or at least slow him down.
Okay, and before we do that, I just want to check in. Stella?
I would almost like, so I can't outrun him, but Lee can probably portal us to where he'll be.
Portals take a minute to set up.
Yeah, but like it'd take a minute and then we'll be where he'll be in a minute.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, that something like that might work.
I'd like to bend fate about that if you want me.
All right, well, okay, hang on to that. Trey?
I am definitely going to okay, here's a question. Is like, so around us, we don't have but there's still rocks and there's all kinds of other random shit. It's a cemetery. I like to think that because we were in the middle of this movie night in Hollywood Forever, like everybody brings a picnic setup,
Yeah.
that there is like a stainless steel cooler kind of situation next to us. Like not a cooler, but a thermos.
Oh, a thermos. Sure, yeah, you can find a thermos nearby.
Great.
Because you're just behind where all the chairs were set up, and now everyone's got up to run away. A lot of stuff is left behind.
Okay. So I'm gonna pick up that thermos and I'm gonna lob it so that it becomes like, like kind of like a banana peel.
Sure. Okay, so
I'm gonna trip him up.
So that's probably a smite your enemies.
No, I'm cool with that.
And then Rosalinda, you're gonna be essentially doing either smite your enemies or perform under pressure, depending on, like, if you want to tackle him without worrying about hurting him, then it's perform under pressure. If you want to accomplish something like gain an advantageous position and possibly do damage, then it's smite your enemies. So given, with the four of you kind of leaping into action, I think you all know each other so well at this point. Who all do you want to go first in this scenario? It might be Rosalinda, just because she was like quickest on the draw to be chasing after him, if that's okay with everyone.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm definitely a little slow from like not noticing that like he would have the gall.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that's the 6 minus, got your goat. I don't know what he's going to do with a goat, but let's not find out.
Goats are tasty.
Okay, so Rosalinda, do you want smite or perform under pressure to chase?
Can I rush in?
Oh, that's perfect for this, actually. Especially if you roll real well.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Come on. That's a 3. That's a 5 total.
Oh.
I tripped. Faceplant.
Oh no. Do you have threads? Do you have any threads?
Can I do that to get? Oh, Fate's Favor. Yes, I do have a thread.
Okay.
Let's do Fate's
So
Favor.
just add a third die if you're going to spend that thread, and keep that separate from the first two.
Yep, that is no, that's better. That's 4 and a 2 and a 2. That's math is an 8.
Okay. All right. So, we'll take the 8 and rush in. Can you recap that one for everyone?
You and your enemy are stunned from the impact. Give a +1 to the next person to smite them, but it can't be you. So it should totally be Trey.
That sounds likely. All right, so here's what happens. Rosalinda, you put on this burst of speed that you would not be able to keep up over distance, but you close in on this. You know, he is just sprinting away. And also for reference, everyone, divine speed in the game is not like the Flash or even the vampires in Twilight with the Roadrunner legs. It's just, he is faster than the fastest Olympian, right? Like that, you know, things like that. Yeah, Rosalinda, you burst of speed, slam into him. But, you know, rather than getting a good graceful grab takedown thing, you just take both of you like sliding through the grass, and
Exactly.
and the two of you wind up just like bowling pin through a bunch of zombies that are now like getting back up and, you know, wanting to deal with you. So that's a tricky spot to be in. But whoever the rest of you would like to roll smite your enemies against him, well, the first one to do it will have a +1 from Rosalinda's move.
Okay.
It sounds like that might be Trey.
Are y'all cool with that?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Great. Sweet. So that is a 7 + 2 + 1 is a 10.
Oh my. Now because you might hurt him.
A single tear drips from my eye. A thought. Oh wait, that's just allergies.
He's so gross. I hate this character that I made. I wish I had done things differently. But here we are.
Okay.
So you I'm picturing this. I don't want to like color in how Trey does this, but I'm picturing you like hooking the handle of this thermos up and then this like spin kick to like whoom, anything like that or something else.
Yeah, it's kind of like I see like I'm like, oh shit, this is happening. And I scan the ground and I see the thermos and I'm like, yes, and scoop it. It's in the air and it kind of like pauses for a second.
Yeah.
And then I come around with a sidekick.
Yeah.
And it goes straight like between his legs.
Oh no. Okay.
So can I take, instead of the 3 from the list below or disarm your enemy, can I take disarm your enemy to like stop my enemy?
Yeah, I actually am okay with that right now. In that I would have it, since you're giving up the ability to deal harm, which would be your right? If you give that up, I am totally fine with a disabling nut shot and you know, bypassing his armor. Obviously he has epic armor, you know. Yeah, he's going to be on the ground for a minute. Not totally out of the fight, but you certainly you're just so disarming. But yeah, you just kick this, ironically enough, silver bullet across the cemetery. Impossibly, like they are suddenly like 100 yards away, right? And you just hook, ping, and this thing just sails through the air, and as he's trying to get back up and deal with zombies, just bang right in the crotch. Lee, Stella, what's happening?
Quick question, and I'm pretty sure I know the answer. I'm going to ask anyway. Can I use Counterspell to help counteract his epic speed?
I think so.
I was just sure how that worked with gifts.
Yeah, it says ongoing magical effect. Normally we use Bend Fate to disable a gift.
I mean, I'm totally fine with Bend Fate instead.
Yeah, it's
actually I would prefer Bend Fate. So
one of the boons is someone's supernatural ability is unusable for the scene, even.
Okay, that's
Now-
exactly what I want. That's
Now, the difference being, though, if you want, I'm actually fine with either, but if you counterspell it and do really well, you could give yourself divine speed temporarily, at least.
ooh, that is
um,
nice.
But if it goes poorly, I will have even more consequence. So,
Right.
it's like a
You know-
more spike result or a more even result, less risk, less reward.
Right. Let's go with Ben Fate. Like, I think Lee's feeling a little apprehensive, especially after the portal being what happened. And
The portal that went fine.
yeah, absolutely fine. Nothing wrong ever. Okay, so we're gonna roll. Oh, I don't have to choose beforehand, right? Because it's Ben Fate.
Right. Yeah. Only spell casting you have to choose
Okay.
to pre-choose.
So that is an 11 on the dice. That is a 5 and a 6. Plus 3 is a 14. And Ben Fate is one of my godlike traits.
Okay. Well, would you like to read the 13 plus for everyone?
On a 13 plus, narrate a significant change to the environment and storyline. I was not prepared for that.
Yeah, it's like not really like a mini ascendance move, but it's a big deal, right? It's a
Right.
big fucking deal. Like this is your jam and you crushed it. It's your moment. What do you want to change?
So I first turn off his divine speed.
Yep.
Because that's gone.
Yeah, and you reach out and you just like see the fabric of creation, right? And you're like, oh, that's easy. What are we
Yeah.
doing here? Like I think the world has slowed down for you, and you're just like you could see the Matrix, you know. What is that experience for? Like, what does Lee see in that metaphor of seeing the Matrix?
No, I actually really kind of like the seeing the Matrix vibe, but I like the idea of it instead of being all computery, it's little threads. He's seeing
Sure.
the weave of reality and like seeing, oh, that's his connection to movies. That's that. Oh, that's where the divine speed is coming from. Okay, we're just gonna snip that for right now.
Yep.
And then I think Lee is going to cause the surrounding zombies to be incredibly interested in Simon.
Oh. Okay.
And I think that is something, if you allow this, that is something Lee can turn off.
Yeah, I'm okay
If-
with that for now.
Yeah, so I want to use it as like a sit down, listen to us, or we're gonna beat you to zombies. Like that's kind of where he's at. Like,
Okay.
So
Alright.
he's commanding the undead.
Yeah, or like giving a strong suggestion.
A strong suggestion to the undead.
Yep. Okay. Stella?
So much has changed very fast.
A lot happened really quickly.
Yeah. Sounds like he's incapacitated. He's not going anywhere. And now he's going to get eaten by zombies. Which I guess is sort of how we wanted that to shake out. Part of me just like wants to see what happens. I'll like hold my turn until the next bit.
Sure. Well, I mean, do you want to
Yeah.
like walk down there to be closer? You know, because
Yeah.
they're like a football field away. Him and Rosalinda.
I mean,
And the
yeah, I
silver
don't
bullet.
run, but yeah. I'll start making my way over. I have a thought, but I kind of want to see how this plays out first.
Okay. And I assume the other two of you are walking down there as well as you're catching up to what's happening. Lee and Trey.
Oh yeah, like I feel I'm full on like, since I'm in this moment anyway, kind of doing a bit of a floaty Scarlet Witch moment.
Sure.
Like as I'm coming in closer, like
Yeah.
I am clearly working some magic.
But more of the like sunny yellow glow than the.
Yes, not quite
Yeah.
red demonic, but yes, sunny yellow.
Yeah. Love it. Okay. And let's catch back up to Rosalinda then. A lot has happened. You saw this thermos just come bulleting out of nowhere. And the zombies have turned and sort of like you can see they're all very interested in him. His movements are kind of herky-jerky. As he's also just trying to get back to his feet because he's in an intense amount of pain.
I call that thermos into my hands because it's metal.
Oh,
Yay.
oh no.
No, what?
Okay.
Thanks, Trey. And I'm gonna sweep his legs. I would like to sweep his legs, get him on the ground, and just clamp the thermos into some makeshift handcuffs around behind. Have his arms behind his back.
Okay. Oh, you could make them into like those
They're like
Russian
the
like
full
hand
swords, yeah.
muffs, and
Yeah.
then but out of a metal thermos.
And it's gonna be like in the Addams Family, that finger trap. Where
Oh,
if he
sure.
pulls out, he can't do it. He has to be calm. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you put him face down in the dirt, bind his hands behind him.
Grind his face
You're
into
also
the dirt
like
a little bit.
having to like push the zombies away a little bit because they're like, yeah, yum. But they're not attacking you. They're just trying to reach past you, right? And you're like, no, stop it, leave it. No, you're okay.
Bad zombie. Oh no. Bad zombie.
No.
Go away.
You're okay.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh, she heard leave it and she thought she was in trouble.
Aww.
You're a good girl, Bubba. Come here.
Oh no.
It's okay, Bubba. Hold on. Sorry to pause the game. Come here, Bubba. It's okay.
A
I
baby.
have to pet the dog. Chat loves you and you're a good girl.
Yes, you are. Who's the best girl?
I did not mean to do that. Okay, she's okay, good. Yeah, she's getting treats now. Okay. Sorry to derail that moment. So yeah, the zombies are trying to push past you, but they're not really bothering you. So I think we could pick up with the four of you, or the three of you, kind of catching up to where Rosalinda is. And Rosalinda, what did you just like sit on him or put your knee on his back, or like what's your?
Yeah, he totally read my mind. I clamp him back. I put the handcuffs on him, and it's like, and I just plop my ass as hard as possible
Onto his back.
as hard as on his back.
Okay.
Stay.
It's just like faces in the dirt, it's like spitting out grass. And you're like shooing zombies away. Hey, what did you decide the special ability was on your new shield?
Just to reflect back one.
Oh, that's right.
melee
You can
harm.
reflect attacks and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Mhm. Melee only.
Okay. So, it's your scene, y'all.
Okay.
She
I have a
doesn't like you.
thought.
Where is past Simon right now?
I'm sorry. Where's what?
Past Simon.
Well, we didn't know. We never knew.
Well,
And
we
you-
saw him when we got here.
Yeah, you saw him, and then he like set off the thing, and then disappeared into another part of the cemetery.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
So he could be
Unfortunate.
over in that corner somewhere. Is the direction that he left in. We don't currently know exactly where he is. And yes, to the Slack message, that is certainly an option. Sorry, not that exactly. We don't have any kind of like mind control effects in Demigods.
Well, I have a thought, and it isn't gonna. It's weird. It's a weird use of Stella's ascendance move. It is not mind control the way I want it to, or the way.
Oh, okay. Maybe I misunderstood that. Yeah, go ahead and pitch your idea.
I think I would like. So we've talked about how we would want to deal with Simon, because what he has done, what he is doing, is straight up not okay.
Agreed.
No means no, and he makes us all feel squicky.
Yeah.
But death is too good for him, in my opinion. So I think if I can, I would like to kind of combine my ascendance move, which is Oracle, and the black hole stun, in that I want him to watch his behavior, every douchey thing he's ever done, from the perspective of the people he's been a douchebag to.
Oh. Okay, I see. So it's not mind control because you're making him think or feel something, but you are forcing him to see that perspective, and then
You seen Loki?
yeah. Okay.
It's
Any
a weird move.
I think there's a way forward with that. How do the rest of you feel about this pitch as an idea? In character, out of character? What are your thoughts?
Rosalind is cool with that. She's gonna follow her sister's lead.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, it was mainly Stella that was the focus of his douchebaggery. So taking her lead definitely, but also not opposed to letting him eat by zombies. Like very much a Letterkenny reference. Tanis dealing with the alt-right guy. Like, no, we're not here to argue with you. We're just here to kick your ass. Very much Lee's point of view at this point is there's no arguing, there's a discussion. You're getting your ass kicked, and then you're leaving. But
Okay.
this is just as good, if not better.
Yeah.
I lack the prowess to kick ass.
That's
Well,
why you have
only in the
us.
traditional sense. So the thing with the ascendance move is you don't really have to combine it with anything. It's not like you need this plus this. It's an ascendance move. It's gonna do something incredible, especially if you're focusing all of this incredible power on, changing a very focused point of reality. There's as a GM or as your herald, I'm not willing to stand in the way of that. Like that is a huge choice to make and your choice to do.
I'm only justifying it in that, like, this seems to be part of the power set.
Sure,
is why
yeah, you're
I wanted to throw
theming
that
it
there.
towards that like overwhelming somebody with information.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you want to activate your ascendance move?
I kind of do. I think that's that's the only, not the only, but that's the way to make this happen the way I want it to. I think I probably might be able to make an argument for a bend fate or convince, like, sway someone, but I think this is better.
Okay.
I wonder if this is a situation where I can, like, if I activate my ascendance move with yours and we do a combined, like, pull through where he doesn't just, it's not just like present Simon at that point, like living through all of his mistakes, but past Simon living through all of his mistakes at the same time.
Oh.
I was gonna say, because yours is like all strategy, like all futures extend around you.
It's
Oh,
like
no.
a chess master. Every aspect and strategy of the battlefield unfolds before you. You reveal the plan you had the whole time. You turn the tide of battle and win the day. Describe how.
Yeah, I think those together to, like, orient them in, like, here's every move you could make and why it sucked.
And why,
Yeah.
like, every move, every step that you have made from this moment, like from the moment you raise these zombies to this moment connected, here is why every single one of them was wrong.
Yeah. Or even the, like, everything you did leading up to, like, learning this ritual to raise zombies. Like, what is wrong with you?
You can't teach somebody empathy, but you can make them suffer as if they had.
That seems viable to me. Stella, is this your second ascendance move? Okay.
Yeah.
Because if it's your third one, it's an even bigger deal. So I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, if I don't have to roll for an ascendance move, do we?
No. If you two are happy with the combined ascendance move effect of Stella's is, the stars align, step through the mayhem, predicting and setting things on the course that you think is correct, combined with Trey's very tactical nature and the theming of Trey's character of having access to the Book of Simon and being able to, operate from a position of absolute knowledge.
I feel like it is now the annotated Book of Simon,
Mm,
where every time he did something that was terrible, it now has a note
yeah.
about exactly why it was
Yeah.
terrible.
Footnote: this sucked.
It's like he looks through the index and it says douchebag, and then there's just a ton of
Yeah.
It's every single
pages.
page. of
It's
the
every
book.
Yeah.
page. I think this Stella's like the last one to get down the hill, I guess, towards where Simon is. Ed has been like, all right, let's do has been like spinning into her godly aspect because like it takes a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, full club attire again. Heels that no human should be able to walk in, and yet figuring it out. Hair that would have been nice about 4 hours ago.
Yep.
Makeup that is just nowhere it's supposed to be
Just
at this
running
point.
off the face.
It's almost a little like Scary Viking with how like the mascara is all the way down. Like
Yeah.
there's a point where like that wet makeup look looks frightening.
Yeah.
So it looks, but yeah, and then like but third eye full in effect, and she takes Trey's hand and is like, I need to borrow you for this.
And this is Trey's first ascendance move.
Mm-hmm.
So what is Trey's kind of manifestation of this? Like this is a big deal.
I think as she gets there and she turns to Stella, like you see, formally it's just like, because she has this like black hair and it's got writing all over it, it comes out like scrolls.
Yeah.
But the rest of her skin turns into like a dark tan parchment. And you see writing in all different languages and all these different forms start to trace across, like it's racing itself across all the exposed parts of her body. And instead of the undercollie that she was wearing, it becomes like this leather armor that, because she had the armor and it was kind of like this papery look, like a laminated paper.
Yeah.
But that solidifies into like an old school like bookbinding.
Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, I love this. This is fantastic. All right. So the two of you are channeling this incredible energy and effect. You hold hands, it sounds like. Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
And you have kind of a mind meld of like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. All right, we're focused. We know what the end result is, and it's happening, right? Like this incredible effect is happening. Simon like freezes, like face down in the dirt, right, and like goes kind of rigid. Rosalind, you could like feel his back flexing of like, because he's like still faces in the dirt. But for what it's worth, Trey and Stella are totally engrossed in what is happening with this. Rosalinda, Lee, the zombies are closing in and they're being less picky about who they're attacking. So I need to have a moment of Rosalinda and Lee dealing with zombies before we close out with Trey and Stella. Stola?
Okay. Stola.
Stola car.
Stola.
Totally.
How many zombies are we dealing with?
Couple hundred.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Yeah. And I think at this moment, the two of you, because Trey and Stella are a little absorbed in their work right now. What was the first big thing to happen during the binding? When the four of you showed up and were going big to try to clean up this place and realize like, oh, you're a demigod too. Okay, well, let's get some shit done. And, was there a big like metal spike thing? Was there a lot of shouting? Was there a big spell? Like, what happens on the other side of the park that you're like, oh yeah, that was us. We did that.
I recall punching the mausoleum or punching a zombie, going through the zombie, and then punching the mausoleum and cracking it.
Oh, okay. So we hear the big crunch of like shattering marble and that whole moment. Okay. I love it. And then the two of you are going to lean into it with zombies. Now,
Yeah, let's do it.
okay. So now this is not a case of like, do you survive the zombie apocalypse, right? But I would like probably smite your enemies, if not something else. You know, like I'm open to suggestions, but we've got to do something because they're not reasonable.
Of course they're not. There's zombies. So I would like. All right. How's this sound, Lee?
Mm-hmm.
I shout out at you. Protect. Feel free to protect Simon, but keep an eye on Stella and Trey. I'll lure as much out, and I want to cataclysm them.
Oh yeah, yeah. You have plenty of room if you just back up a little bit. So as you're backing up and gathering your power, Lee, it's pretty obvious what she's gonna do. If you wanted to kind of pre-assist in some way to like kind of shuttle all of the zombies in that direction.
I mean, I have got cantrips, and one of them is distract.
Yeah. Okay. You don't even have to roll for those, and they're dumb zombies. So, yeah,
Yeah, perfect.
Start setting off all these like, you know, whatever it is, drawing them towards Rosalinda as she's backing away. And Rosalinda, let's roll for Cataclysm.
Get you, Rosalinda. I'm very juicy. I have tasty brains, apparently. Plus weird. Plus 1. That's 5, 7, 8.
An 8 on Cataclysm.
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
Everyone in range takes 4 harm. You take 2 harm, ignoring armor. Oh, I actually take harm. Oh no! A crap on that 4 harm.
There's a first for everything.
All right. So you were at 4 harm already?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Did you apply your -1 to the roll?
No, that I just got to 4 harm due to this.
That takes you to 4 harm. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So then you just pull all of this metal out of the ground. What, spikes or, you know, like what do you want?
Since it is a cemetery, there's going to be lots of little jewelry from even the zombies themselves.
Yeah. I mean, there's also like pipes and wires and, you know, all the stuff from being in a city.
We did it from below last time, so we're going to come up. They're all going to hover up and then pelt down rain of fire right on all the zombies around me.
Well, that's good. You want those headshots, so that's that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you take the 2, and I have to have you roll grievous harm. So you're gonna roll and add 2 because that's how much you took.
Okay. Of course, that's a 6. That's a 7, and then plus 2, that's a 9.
Okay, well, it's still 7 to 9.
Okay.
So you get to choose one from the 7 to 9 list.
I would like to. If I lose my. Oh man. One of my gifts is unusable for the scene.
Okay, which one?
Shoot, I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna drop my my brass knuckles. Just falls to the ground.
Okay.
As I'm trying to keep the shield up, that gets forgotten.
Cool. What if the brass knuckles got caught up in all the metal you were moving up in the air and they've like become a spike and you're like, wait a minute, where'd that go?
Oh no.
Like you'll be able to get it back. Obviously it's a gift. So, but does that work okay?
Yeah, that was.
You've turned them into a spike briefly and they're one of the spikes that came raining down.
It was one of the shinier ones. It's like, I'll get that later.
And how are you injured? Is there like something sticking out of you? Like what?
Cool wise, there's a one vertical streak from one of the really sharper ones just going down the side of my face.
Just a
And
cut,
since-
but it's not like sticking out of you.
No. Just,
Okay.
Just
All
kind
right.
of deep though.
Got
Yeah.
a solid graze.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. But I think that that takes out this primary area of zombies, and suddenly, but particularly Rosalinda and Lee, it occurs to you like, yeah, this is the place where you found that like crop circle of zombies, and but nobody could figure out why, because you know all the metal was made to disappear. You're gonna disappear the metal before you leave, and it was just all of these zombies stabbed in the head in a like fallen out like from a blast pattern in the middle, and when you all were like cleaning up afterwards and like hiding bodies and trying to clean up how the place looks, you're like, right, this is where that big like mystery
we did the
circle of
cool
zombies
thing.
was. It was you all along. So
Lee, we're so badass.
Lee.
Yeah, obviously. But yeah, I just assumed it was, some vampire hunter, or, some weird person who hunts the supernatural. That's a thing that happens in Hollywood.
But
Yep.
it's a circle. Isn't that phrase you use? It comes full circle, or was that Stella? It's.
I love Rosalinda applying meaning to this. This is so good.
Rosalinda explains magic to Lee.
Rosalinda's perfect.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That should be, there should be a gain a thread that you give to someone for having done something. Like the arcane would have someone explains to you how magic works. You're like, all right, here's your thread. Oh, I'm gonna write to whoever wrote this game. But okay, so the two of you are engaged in this cleanup operation. A lot of it is done. Now, Trey and Stella, you two have entered a whole existence of your own. You've like generated a kind of a pocket dimension with the combined force of your abilities. And I'm also aware we're kind of up close. I want to sort of close this out and then we'll take our break and then come back and see how this ends. But you've created this pocket that you exist in the past world and this like sort of out of time space as well. Simon is kind of floating there as unconscious for the most part. And the two of you are here and can like think at each other and like make decisions about how you want this to play out exactly. But he is, like you want to set up this whole process of him, seeing his life through how he has impacted others, if I'm reading that correctly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's just like a combination of like living through each of his decisions, knowing how wrong they were.
Yeah.
And then simultaneously living through the impact it had on other people as them.
Yeah. Through their eyes. And yeah. Okay.
Can we reshape this pocket dimension to look like the set again? Like
Yeah.
it always looks like it looks like sets, all of it, but it's filmed in front of a live studio audience that he can't
a live
see.
spectral audience.
Mhm.
Always a sitcom.
And so he can hear them boo every time he says
Oh, yeah.
something.
Yeah.
It's always a very special episode.
And he can stay here as long as he wants.
Well, and that's what I was going to add. Regardless of the fact that this is 2 ascendance moves going off, like this is happening, but you are like you have like trapped an actual demigod in a like forced perspective situation, and you can feel like, all right, your creation of this space, right, has taken shape and has formed. But you can also see there's like a loading bar. There's like a wow, this is gonna take a minute of what you have set in motion. Not that you have to stay here and manage it, but like this is not. He's not instantly a good guy because that's not anything. But it's up to you how you want to leave this. If you want, like I think on some level he is resisting, like he's still at this point where he's like trying to fight and trying to escape and then forgets that he's in a thing and then remember that, it's like this, like at the end of every episode he remembers and then it, they do it again.
Have you seen the Christmas special for Black Mirror?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't want to like spoil things, but
well, I'm not gonna watch it. So anybody who doesn't want Black Mirror spoilers,
from 2 years ago.
From 2 years ago.
Yeah. Mute, and then we'll put up double peace signs when we're done talking about it.
Okay.
Sorry, love.
No, it's fine. It's my
Joey doesn't want spoilers.
It's my thing. It's fine. I can figure it out.
Well, in that case, I will say that like he can live in this space as long as he wants. Like, or as long as we think he needs to.
Okay. Yeah, like
because he doesn't want to live in it.
Yeah, he can't let himself out.
He can't.
Or is there some degree of like self-awareness that would trigger the release of like genuine self-awareness?
That's up to him. At some point, he's
it's up to you. Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Like, you all are creating this prison.
I mean, Pooja, do you have a?
I think at some point, like,
by the way,
with the combined influence of influencer and books, that like it's almost like a hold comes up at the library, and it pings your phone.
Yeah.
That like when there's a certain notation in his book, it alerts us.
Yeah. Okay. And then you can review it and be like, no, that's not enough. Keep going, buddy.
He just, oh God, that fucking sucks for him because who knows how long he's going to be in there.
He made this.
That's his problem.
These are literally his choices that he has to review.
I know. Yes. I love it.
Yeah.
You ever have to look at yourself?
This is his find out. That's, yeah, I think the two of you are able to create this incredibly powerful experiential prison. And in the process, like the actual, like Simon that you brought back in time with you is he's physically trapped in that space, right? So there is no like body to return to a particular timeline or anything. And, he's just in this, and that space exists outside of the regular flow of time. So he's like not aging while he's in there, and
that'll suck for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Stella would make it very clear as well if he's able to hear them while we're setting it up, just like death is too good for you, and you need to understand why you're here. So.
I'll get you for this.
That's fine. So you get to watch reruns for a while.
You can't do this to me. Yeah, there's a lot of that bullshit.
Yeah, he can be upset. He can spend the first century upset.
Do you know who I am?
Unfortunately.
Yeah. My mom's gonna get you.
No.
Oh. My father will hear about this.
Yeah. He is trapped, and I just realized how Sisyphusian this is.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sisyphus was not a good guy. That's why he got what he got. Maybe the punishment was too much, but like he was a bad guy. So,
it makes you wonder if it wasn't worth it for Sisyphus.
I don't have anything to add to that. That guy is trapped and is gonna relive every shitty thing he's ever done to anyone, until he has some change. But
this is so petty. This is like the most petty thing.
Do you just want to kick him in the balls anyway?
No, I already did that. But this is even more petty than that. like as we come back from this pocket dimension talking to him and back into our bodies, I kind of want to do that like very like cinematic, like pull, if you're okay with this, is pull Stella close and like kiss you and be like, I'm so glad that you're free of that guy.
Oh, yeah. I think Stella just like returns it and then is like, "You want to get a elote?"
I love that.
I am starving.
I
Yeah.
am starving.
But that also is like the last image that Simon sees before we completely disappear. That's
Yep.
the petty part. Sorry.
It is petty. I love it. I'm here for it.
Yep. Okay. Well, let's take 5, and then we'll come back and just see how we want to close out the season. Is everyone anything we want to resolve before we take our break?
No.
Yep. Okay. Folks, hang with us. It'll just be a quick 5, a tight 5, as they say. And I don't think that's what that refers to, but we will be back in just a moment. One sec. Hey, thanks for waiting. We are back. We are at the end of our Demigods campaign, Media Storm, and we have trapped the bad guy in a prison of his own making, really. It's like, if you don't want to watch everything you've ever done and everyone you've ever hurt, that you have made your bed, and maybe he will learn something in that amount of time, but that'll sort of be up to him. But I want to see where our characters are moving forward a little bit. I have very much enjoyed the story, but there's not much more we could say about this particular encounter. So unless there's something we need to add to it, I'd say we put a bow on it and move the needle ahead a little bit.
We do have to get home.
I do want to know how that is accomplished. It is doable, Lee.
Mm-hmm.
How is this accomplished?
So Lee tries to get the attention of Hermes, because Hermes is his boy,
Mm-hmm.
and as pain in the ass he can be, he is going to be the best luck of us getting home.
Okay.
And Lee is going to offer Hermes
The
the
Greek gods
knowledge-
like offerings.
the knowledge of what exactly to say to the god of video games to deal him irreparable damage.
Oh.
Because
okay.
Hermes is also a trickster,
Yes.
and very much like, if you really want to get under this guy's skin and really stir shit up, this is exactly how you do it.
Yeah. I imagine a lot of the older deities look for opportunities to stick it to the newer ones when they can. Especially because media is old and new and it's complicated, and Hermes is like, I've been out here this whole time. Like, okay. Yeah, I think ultimately that is a valid offering and a good trade for him. And he sets up a portal for you. He refuses to show you how to do what he's doing, but he sets up a tunnel that like hops over the impossible part and yeets you into the future. And yeah, we find you back in Hollywood right around the time you all left, just a little while after you left to go to Trey's library. Before long, Sensei checks in Trey and lets you know that the library is being repaired, and they're looking into some additional security and whatnot. And the Healy couple have asked, this like Sensei is telling you, they've asked if they could kind of like stay on as your personal attaché, you know, like not your bodyguards, but like security, because they would like to stick around.
Okay. That seems like probably a good idea, actually. Somebody is still trying to kill me, like from my own pantheon.
All right.
I feel like this grudging acceptance is a sign of maturity. No one can tell me different.
I like it. Okay, so now that we're back here, as we're wrapping our story, I'd love to get a sense of what the next 6 to 12 months look. You know, I think I mentioned this before. We are hoping to have a season 2 at some point. Would like to get the band back together. Nobody has used their third Ascendance move, so all of the characters are still in play. What do you see your character working on, focusing on over the next 6 to 12 months, as we go to credits for the last time on the season? And feel free to jump in. I don't need to call on you. You know what to do.
You should go.
It
Minerva.
involves you, actually.
Oh, sure, go.
All right. So, learning much from the whole situation with Simon, Rosalinda pivots her content creation to be more active in uplifting people and in their projects, and she tries to rope Stella in to do so, to be a part of it, like ask her opinion and everything like that, and get her back into back into kind of the limelight of social, like of stardom, I guess, using her stardom to help with the channel, if that's okay, Stella. Yeah.
Like getting Stella to help style your channel a little bit, that kind of thing.
Like
Mhm.
consulting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. And I like
consulting
that
bit.
level of like buy-in. Like Rosalind is like, okay, no, I want to do this and I need Stella's help. And is that kind of what
Mhm.
you're saying, Minerva?
Yep.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and then always makes her go to the newest restaurants and makes her bring Trey, or if they're not officially together, like as they as Trey and Stella are figuring that out, just always inviting them both, and then going, oh, I need to go interview this person over here. You guys just sit tight.
Very
Let me
subtle.
just go do this thing.
I love that it's with that much subtlety.
Yeah. Now I am curious about that. I'm gonna leap in and interrupt here. Where does that leave, or is she included your friend Maggie, the former ghost?
Oh.
I mean, there's nothing that says relationships have to only be two people unless that's what you've decided in your relationship. So,
The question is she a polyghoul?
oh, very good. Even though she's not a ghost anymore. Oh, thank you
I
for
think
that.
especially
I'm
with
glad we got one parting shot in there.
One? Oh, we're not done.
one last psychic damage.
I have one job on this show. It's stupid, but I'm gonna do it, okay?
Look, we're all here just trying to make Grey Day proud of us. That's what I want out of this. So, good job, Joey.
Thank you.
So let's go to Trey then. What are you thinking?
Well, for me, I mean, like these two relationships are like not one is not more important to me than the other. Whether they have a relationship between them and then we all come together in that way, I don't think like it's up to me.
Okay, but Trey is presenting this as like, I would like to be with both of you.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's a very clear communication of someone's desires. Then we have to check in with Stella.
Stella's fine with that. That's I think just because like things don't solve themselves immediately, she has not been able to bring herself to be like my girlfriend. Like just
do we have to label things?
Yeah, it's that like every time it like they'll be hanging out or whatever, and it's like, oh, is a seat for your partner? No, the frat good.
Yeah.
That.
They're just cute together.
Yeah.
Is it okay if we counterpoint that with Maggie enthusiastically being like girlfriend referencing?
We
like,
have a goat.
What's
we
that?
have a pair of goats. There's like an additional still set up.
Yep.
Like
yep.
we have become like every time I'm with Maggie, it is the peak of domesticity.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Like-
whereas like I think like Stella still hasn't like leaned into the like, oh yeah, I guess partner. Like
Yep.
but I think that it's very cute that Trey and Maggie have a different relationship because that's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's where that settles out anyway.
I think so. And then
Um,
as far as Trey, like beyond that, I think she's really like,
were
especially
you saying
with
Trey is
the-
more than just her romantic relationships?
I know it's really hard to believe, right? How do I have time for anything else?
Please.
But I think like after the attack on the library, it was like a big like shakeup to how much that she
Like that it was possible.
that it
sort
was
of thing?
possible that Sensei is not like just this kind of all-knowing, invulnerable being,
Oh, and that Sensei was able to be kind of
corrupted
yeah,
or attacked.
corrupted.
and,
That's
like-
a perfect word.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I think like rather than running away all the time, it's like Trey's actually spending a lot more time at the library when she's not,
Okay.
with her people.
Like actually
And-
helping put it back together then.
Yeah.
Like work on the
like
repairs.
working on the repairs and like becoming more in tune and like really like entrenching, like building those roots.
Yeah. Does the library change less often now? Like, is it starting to take on have a theme that Trey is really like settling into, or is its changeableness part of its thing?
I think its changeableness is part of its thing because
Okay.
because it's a manifestation of like this connection that Trey has to books and as a deity and like as part of that manifestation of those responsibilities and powers,
Mhm.
that it actually changes more often,
Okay.
but that Trey is becoming less like put off by that.
Yeah. I like that. How do you feel about it? It changes all the time, but there's always an element of that 17th century lodge. There's like a weird fireplace in this fancy penthouse, skyrise penthouse, or
I feel like there's always one window in the same place that is a stained glass that was in the 17th century lodge.
yeah,
And it looks
okay.
out on the moors.
Yeah, it's separate from whatever the rest of the windows look out on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's always in that same aspect. It is in that same spot. It's like one fixed point.
Cool. That's really cool. I love it. So we have the embracing the changeable nature of it, but also remembering the past and you record history. That's, books is, okay, cool. What about the rest of Stella's being, not simply tied to Trey?
Yeah, she definitely has it's been about a year. I don't think that she's on a service level changed a huge amount, because again, change takes time. But like she does consult with Rosalinda. She's very happy helping Rosalinda grow her brand, and work on that, rather than sort of dwell on the mess that is her own situation. She is in talks to write a book about her time both as a child actor and a tween actor. But that we'll see where that goes. But in that regard, she's been spending more time with Trey. It had never occurred to her that she could hop deities, or even
Oh.
say, hey, I'm really not into this, and give up her abilities. She's hit 2 ascendance moves, so she's not leaving. I think she's sort of pot committed to at least being a demigod. But in the conversation to like I think she brought it to Trey at one point. It's like, I think someone offered a book deal, and as a result, she's been spending enough time with Trey and in the library even that like I think she's getting a little like closer to that aspect.
Yeah.
So yeah, because part of it is that a lot of the moves I ended up taking over the game were Reaper moves.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And
That's
so
cool.
so like on her own, she's like still very happy. She's still very happy with a lot of her habits, but like having ascended twice, I think, has made it so that like constantly looking into the like looking past the veil thing is just, she's like, this is normal, or at least it's not easier, but like she's gotten used to it.
Acclimatized.
She's acclimatized now that she has to use it more,
Yeah.
or that she's used it a lot more now.
That's cool.
So yeah.
And also something I want to throw out about the media pantheon thematically is it's less, like the Greeks are all about their like weird family relationships and who's a cousin and a sibling and the media pantheon is a lot less familial, right? And like even the two of you being from influencer, most like they don't really use terms like, oh well, we're sisters because we are both claimed by influencer. That's not really the vibe of the media pantheon. It's more like you work in the same department, because influencer and books are both celebrants of the same deity, like different faces of the same deity. So it's
I thought I had remembered that like the media pantheon is really one god with a bunch of faces or something.
yeah
But yeah, that makes, if that's okay with Trey, like she's starting to like, I'll take the book role.
Yeah, and I think I can't remember if I wrote this in, but the media pantheon doesn't really do like biological or even like calling it an adoption, right? Like and having somebody be your child. It's more like, hey, you should come work with me, and we'll, with our powers combined.
It's a collab.
Yeah, it's a
I thought we had done
collab.
it,
Of course it is.
Oh my god,
That
that's
hurt a
hilarious.
little bit, but it's true. That's why it hurts.
I thought that was different
Okay.
depending on the celebrant.
What's that?
I thought that was different depending on the celebrant, just because
I think Stella's a direct descendant.
like
But, yeah.
Trey is a product of like my parents having a threesome with books.
Yeah, I and that's fine that's how our story went. I think the setting for how it ends up in the book is, like every table is going to make that their own. And, if you want to have sex with books, then you go to town.
They really thought it would do them so well.
Mm.
They were like, she's going to be so good at school.
Makes sense. What about Lee?
Nothing. Lee, no.
It's going to be Lee.
Lee dies.
It's gonna be Lee. So I think we cut to Lee making the mistake of going out for an evening, as he is known to not normally want to do, but is like, I need to get out of my apartment, so fine, I'll go. And of course, like last time he went out, bumped into Tag, who is approaching him about another idea, another business,
A pitch.
He's pitching something to Lee. And it's not a bad idea. It's an outdoor bar restaurant, but its theming is terrible, and it obviously needs direction and someone to manage it. And so Lee, having put a pin in the Leyline project because that was a dark road that led him down, he's decided to kind of throw himself into this project and has agreed to work with Tag on this new venture. And he's completely redesigned it. It is now very much a reference to his trip to Olympus. So it is very that kind of vibe, like very in that field with the satyrs, and it's all of that. So it's kind of his way of giving a bit of homage to Apollo, while still working out his anal retentive need to tell people what to do.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do we see anything about the relationship with Ares?
I think,
It's okay if it's on the back burner. I just was curious.
yeah, I think it is on the back burner. I mean, I think after that, I think there was a break in that moment when Lee confronted him at that time, and it was kind of at that point like Lee wants really nothing to do with him. He's made that decision. Like this is bad for me as a person and as a demigod, and I need to not. You really fucked this up, and really I want nothing to do with you. You
Okay.
are toxic. This is bad. So he has made the healthy choice to cut that off. And if something changes in the future, possibly, who knows? But as of right now, it's like I want nothing to do with him in my life.
Cool. That'll end well.
Yeah. Lee's trying boundaries.
Oh, I like that. That's very healthy. I don't know why this. Well, you said toxic. Have you all heard the like toxic pony mashup on TikTok or whatever? It's
Think so, yeah.
the pony song from like Magic Mike and Britney's Toxic it's really cool.
I have not.
It's very cool.
Oh, I'm gonna have to
Need
find
this.
that now.
Yep.
I have it for you. Hold on.
But anything else we should add before we put a bow on it? We're a little early, but the story ends where the story ends. Are we all listening to the song now?
Sorry. I try to think if there's something else, like any unfinished business. But no, I think that I've got everything I need to have done.
Yeah.
I didn't double check if I had any extra threads, or I think I'm done with threads.
Yeah, and hang on to all those. When I would love to pick these characters up again at some point. I had a good time doing this, and I'm gonna make a less gross bad guy next time.
It's scary.
I think if I have a moment of retrospective, like I really wish I had made it much more like a power play or something, and I just got far enough into it that felt like I couldn't retcon it, and I just wish I had made it less about the squeaky, gross guy that we've all had to deal with at some point, like too much, and yeah. But lessons learned.
Well, I think I've said it before. It's like my escapist fantasy is not a world where there aren't shitty dudes. It's the world where you can do something about them.
That's fair.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So the fact that we had the infinite power to do something also very poetic. Like the ability to give someone the chance to experience every fucking thing they've done wrong to other people as their own experience. I would curse that on everyone who sucks.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to have that experience.
Sorry.
That is good.
But I am sorry it was gross.
You don't have to apologize. No, I'm glad that it was a good thing for you. But I think that's pretty much it. If there's anything else we need to add, no? Okay.
No.
Well, everyone, that's Demigods Media Storm Season 1. It's a wrap, as they say. And my name is Jason. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at It's Probably Okay. Not just playing the game, I'm a customer. No, I made the game. You can find the quick start guide over at demigodspbta.com. And we're in final edits with the book. I need to email the editor tonight. So we're going back and forth, doing a lot of good stuff. I was hoping we would have the PDF by the end of the month, and that's because I don't understand how time works. So it's like so exciting to me that we're at this point of like,
I can cast a portal and send you back.
oh, that'd be excellent. That nothing ever goes wrong with that.
No, it'll be fine.
Once it comes out, it will have always been out. I'm so upset.
Well, let's go around and say our goodbyes. Clara.
Rude. Hi, I am Clara, and I will have always have been Clara. I played Stella Hart, the Celestial. I am all over the internet as clearly underscore. Oh wow, English is hard. I am all over the internet
is.
as clearly underscore golden, unless you're into mermaids, in which case I'm mermaid underscore clarity on Instagram. You mostly Twitter. Everything is wrapping out. I'm very close to just being free elf. Except if you follow wow, brain. I got really excited. You can find me actually on Happy Jacks every once in a while. You can find me here every once in a while, I assume, if Jason doesn't actually hate me. And you can find me over on Queen's Court Games, wherever podcasts are available to be listened to. And where I'm playing Maya Ayla Sombra in our Vampire the Masquerade actual play, The All Night Society. It is a well-produced thing that we do, and I enjoy it greatly. And season 2 is very fun and very messed up. So you should definitely check that out, especially because I get to play a character style I almost never play, which is basically a top.
Awesome. All right. Speaking of that, Joey.
Yeah. Hi. I'm Joey, and Jason got me completely off guard. But you can find me on all the socials at Feywild85, FEYWILDE85. I am a free elf. So, haha, bitches. No, keep your eyes on my socials for things coming up. Renaissance Fair ? We'll find out. So that might be a thing that happens for the next couple months. But I will make notes on that on all the socials. So find me on Twitter if you like RuPaul's Drag Race and Final Fantasy 14 discourse, because I have a lot of opinions about all of it. And yeah, see you later. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Minerva, aka cover artist of the Demigods rulebook and a number of interior pieces and just overall amazing art. What do you have to say for yourself?
Oh, first thing, yesterday I just decided to sort through all my old artwork, and I had so much interior art that I have to actually put away in storage. And I was looking through all the Demigods stuff. I was like, oh, dude, it's actually cool looking. I can't wait to see it in final print, Jason. So yay. So hi, everyone. I'm Minerva. You can find me on the social medias at blue_troller. I stream on Twitch on Tuesdays and Thursdays doing the art stuff at 9 p.m. Central Standard. Except for this month, because I completely forgot, every last Saturday of the month, maybe I might reschedule that, is going to be a drink and draw. And then, so actually this Friday, my first YouTube video is coming out. So let's not freak out about that, guys.
That's exciting.
Time lapses with commentary on why I do the shit that I do, and somehow it turns out this way, and everything.
Awesome.
And if you want, you can, I am an avid TTRPG listener, and I listen to a lot of Happy Jacks RPG and 12-sided stories, and I'm blanking out. Yeah, actually Queen's Court. That's been very, very, very fun to listen to. So see you guys.
Awesome. And Pooja.
Hello, I am Pooja, and you can find me on Twitter at LADesigirl. That's LADESI girl. Pretty much all the other socials is Forgotten Saves. I am a member of the 12-Sided Stories podcast cast. We have Otherworld Seattle season 2 starting this Friday, which that whole season was like a total mindfuck and in the best ways. So encourage everybody to get caught up.
I can't wait.
And listen to that. I'm occasionally on Happy Jacks RPG, and as Jason mentioned, I will be GMing here coming up pretty soon.
Yep, I'll just hint a little bit at that. If you enjoyed any of the XCOM video games, you may enjoy what's coming next on the channel. So keep an eye out for that in the next couple weeks. I will probably spend the next couple of, we're going to be moving the show to Saturdays, and I'll probably be in that time slot for a couple of weeks playing XCOM for funsies. I like to play it on Legendary Iron Man mode. For some reason, I don't know why that I'm like this, but
The punishment. So
it's-
much punishment.
it's my permadeath lifestyle is the thing that I enjoy. So
I respect your lifestyle choices, but they are not for me.
that's all right. But I hope that will be of interest to you. It's going to be very fun. We're going to be using, well, I won't say the system yet in case anyone changes their mind, but we're gonna every player is gonna use their own game system. And no, that's Pooja said she wanted a
Chaos.
challenge.
So much chaos.
Can you imagine?
Do not do this to me.
I did hear about somebody doing a like you could pick a PBTA playbook from any PBTA game, and they were going to try to make it work.
That sounds
So-
like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
There is a piece of Lost Happy Jacks media
Is
where, well, no, but
Oh.
a bunch of us got very drunk on New Year's Eve a couple of years ago and broke into the studio, and Abria ran a game in which we just went live and decided we were all going to be playing our own system.
Oh, I did hear about that. I wasn't there, right?
I have
No,
no
I don't think
idea.
so.
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure I
remember
wasn't
that
there.
night.
Yeah, okay. And by the way, I wouldn't have to be drunk to not remember. That's just how my brain
Same.
works.
Look, it was a
Um,
real good idea at the time.
Yep.
We'll
All
constantly
right.
bring stuff up, and I'm like, oh yeah, that happened.
Let's see. Oh, you know what? Enthusiamy is online. So why don't we pop over and see what she's up to? Friends, be sure to say hello for us when you get over there. And thank you so much for joining us. I hope you'll come by for the new campaign when we start up, and and follow along for all of Greythay's incredible additions to the show as well as we lose our shit. So again, thank you everyone for being here. It is absolute pleasure to get to do this with you, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.